ZUNDAY, ZUNDAY, ZUNDAY. Comic books and nonsense every Sunday. ZUNDAY, ZUNDAY, ZUNDAY. Starring Captain Conti and Ziggy. Meet Captain Conti, I'm the skipper of the ship, while Ziggy is mostly around for antics. Why did they name it Funny Books anyway? Because Antiquity Books is a really, really silly name, and it's really hard to say. ZUNDAY, ZUNDAY, Gabingy, TGIZ, thank God it's Ziggy. Funny Books Comics on YouTube, not really sponsored by you. Don't you dare miss a single episode of ZUNDAY. Don't you miss an episode. Welcome to ZUNDAY. Where am I looking? I'm looking at the microphone.
You were looking at the microphone the whole time.
Yes.
Yeah. I noticed it when I was looking.
We need a microphone camera.
I don't think it works that way. This
was not tuned.
I don't think it mattered if it was tuned or not. I think the only thing you were just based on what you were playing, tunage is irrelevant.
Tunage. Well, listen, this was part of my Halloween costume this year. This is the kind of post-Halloween episode of ZUNDAY.
Yes.
Because we had a pretty good episode last week with some Halloween stuff. And I should introduce myself. I am Captain Conti. And this he is the Gilligan to my skipper, the man who puts the Z in ZUNDAY, the I and the Y in Antiquity Books, and the two G's in Gabingy, the creator of Blood Pickle and the artist of Operation Pajama Pants. He's a close personal friend of Scott Snyder. He's the Nightcrawler in the Funny Books X-Men, the Robin in Funny Books Justice League, and Pip the Troll in Funny Books Infinity Watch. The leading voice in the firmament, it's Captain Marvel, not Shazam. He would rather go to dinner with DC Comics than meet Jeff Smith, the creator of Bone. He's the proud owner of over 300 Star Wars Funko Pops, a man who enjoys Little Sebastian, Jar Jar Binks, Power Pack, and very short walks on the beach, just to the ocean and back to the blanket. He's a Devils and Jets season ticket holder, although...
That is...
breaking news.
There is breaking news. Are we jumping right into it, or are we finishing
the breaking news?
The breaking news. This will be my last season as a Jets season ticket holder.
That's right.
Yes, they are...
I'll explain this. ZUNDAY is blowing up, and we need Ziggy here every Sunday, so he had to give up his Jets tickets.
I called up the Jets. I said, listen, it's not that I don't want to be there, but ZUNDAY, you know, you guys are going to have to change when football is played.
Yes. I think they have. I think the Jets have changed when football is
played.
They did.
It's also it's one of the reasons that I don't have tickets anymore.
Didn't they play Halloween night? Were you there?
Yes.
How was that?
They
won.
They did.
Oh yeah.
They did some ridiculously dumb things.
I heard.
And the weather was amazing.
Yeah, really good Halloween. Yeah,
it was possibly in New Jersey the greatest day of weather I've ever seen.
I called it Halloween.
But that's the thing; it wasn't hot.
It was beautiful. Yeah, we could talk. Well, let's talk about a little bit about Halloween as soon as I'm done with your introduction. A guy who thinks
we're still in the middle of the introduction.
Yes, a guy who thinks only things that are terrible are terrible. Would this now include the Jets mostly?
Well, I've always thought they were terrible.
Okay. The friendly face behind the Funny Books counter every Sunday, 12 to 5, unless there's a Jets home game. Also, the Sunday of Thanksgiving weekend, and is it before or after?
Both.
Before, after, and during Thanksgiving? Thanksgiving weekend and the one before.
Yes.
No ZUNDAYs those days unless Kevin wants to step in and do a ZUNDAY. And yes, it's true. He is Funny Books' first customer of all time back in 1992 when he was a 13-year-old boy. Now he's a 45-year-old
boy,
grown man. TGIZ, thank God it's Ziggy.
Gabingy.
McClunky. All right. So, Halloween. Oh, wait. By the way, do you have a picture of where should we put it? I had this turned the other. Oh, you can put the whole stool there.
We could put this here.
Yeah. So thank you everyone for watching.
So just know when we bring these up, you guys will be able to look at the picture. We will be in the corner as usual, but We will never be looking at the camera.
Also,
because there will be something here to look at.
Also, we have a habit of leaving us in the corner for a really long time.
Well, it's because we bring up a picture,
Oh.
and then you talk about it for a really long time.
Yeah, in fact, I have to put on my regular glasses to see this monitor. See what's on there. Oh, there you go. Okay, let's do it. So we're going to talk a little bit about our Halloween experience first, because I was Angus Young last week on ZUNDAY.
Yeah.
And then I reprised the role on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Here, Thursday, I worked the whole day alone.
Yeah.
It's an 8-hour day. About midday, I went and got on my Angus outfit. I was like, you know what? Let me dress up, even though it's not the same in town anymore as it used to be. And the funny part was when I first put the costume on, because I had work to do. I couldn't like have the wig and the hat and everything. So I just had on the shorts.
Yeah.
And the jacket and the shirt and the tie. And
that's everything but the hat.
Well, yeah, but I was getting looks because I had to walk, to my apartment or maybe to get something. People were looking at me like one of those, is that a costume or is that the way he's dressing now? Because it's kind of like an outfit, you know? And it was warm out. Right. So conceivably I could be shorts. Yeah, conceivably I could be wearing this thing as a normal person walking around. So that was kind of fun. And I did want to say, which I forgot last week, I wanted to give a shout out to an Australian person I know. Because, we were talking about Australian bands and stuff. And her name is Chris. She visits Jersey and Lake Hiawatha over the summer. And she's super cool. She is in Australia right now where they're getting ready for summer in Australia. How about that? She's given me an open invitation to go to Australia, but I'm afraid to fly there because of Lost. I don't want to wind up.
You don't want to wind up on the island?
Actually, that would be kind of cool. Now, especially now they know what to do on the island. Kind of. Anyway.
Were they flying to Australia or from Australia?
They were from. But I got to get back.
So you could fly down there and take a boat back.
I could. So Chris and I actually this summer when she was here,
hold on. This is why we end up sitting in pictures for a long time.
We went to. There's me. We went to New York.
Yeah.
We walked the High Line. We were on our way to the Whitney Museum, which is at the end of the High Line, and we actually never made it. We stopped for a beer. I remember saying, I can use a beer, and then we walked right into this sign that said, need a beer? I'm not kidding you. She would back up my story. We had a nice beer, and from where we had our beer, you could see Little Island. I don't know if you guys know. There's the camera.
There they are.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys know what Little Island is, but it's like a man-made island kind of on the west side, down by the end of the High Line, and so we decided to go there instead, and it's super cool. You can go there. A great trip to New York is the ferry to the High Line, either to the galleries, and I got a gallery to mention here, or all the way down to the Whitney, which has great, every floor of the Whitney has great views of the whole city. It's great. It's a very modern museum. This is the type of museum you might see like a bicycle hanging from the wall and be like, But there's other things in there, and then Little Island is a great thing.
Real quick, just because you were talking about how you wanted that beer, and then you bumped as you were saying, you bumped into the sign.
Yeah,
I had a similar story a number of years ago where I was at the airport. I don't remember where I was flying. I was with Glenn, so we were probably going to Texas. I don't know. This is a few years ago. Irrelevant. But we're at the airport, and we're going up an escalator to get to where the gates are or whatever. And while we're on the escalator, I turn to Glenn and I say, I could really go for a Jamba Juice right now because I just wanted a smoothie.
Right.
Yeah. It just hit me while we're on the escalator, and then as we get to the top of the escalator, there is a Jamba Juice stand right at the top of the escalator. It was
right.
You would think I had to have known it would be there. The timing was.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's like you manifested the Jamba Juice stand.
Yeah, it wasn't there a second ago.
Yeah.
And as soon as somebody was standing up there, and then
the producers of the Funny Book Show
and
the Ziggy spinoff.
And they didn't hear me say that.
Yeah.
But then out of nowhere, they just saw sparkles come up from the ground and a Jamba Juice just grow.
Yes.
Because because it had to have just appeared as soon as I said it.
You sure you weren't already on the plane sleeping and this is a dream? I'm not.
I swear to God.
Take one of those airplane pills.
Like you, I also have a confirmable witness.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
you do have a confirmable witness. And her name is Chris. Hi, Chris, from New Jersey, USA, where we're just about to hit winter.
Yeah.
And today was fairly cold compared to earlier in the week.
You should move Funny Books to Australia for the winter.
Oh, Sunny Books. Yes.
Sunny Books. Yes.
Let's put the picture back up. So
let's put the picture back up.
Besides me as Angus, Funny Force girl Erin, who was a back in the day Funny Force girl.
Yep.
And she showed up as this, dare I say, smoking hot Harley Quinn. She was great. I mean, she looked amazing. Great outfit. The makeup was really good. She got the blonde hair thing going with the baseball bat. And And that led you guys to go on a whole little photo shoot. Yes, we did a little Funny Books photo shoot. And she's a great model. She really is. She does know how to pose very well. And I am apparently an excellent photographer, according to her. The best photographer ever. Yeah. According to her. Yes. Ever. Yes. I am good. I am good. Hey, Dottie. You looking out the window? Come on up here. Come on, Dot. Come on up. Come on, Dot. Up. Come on, baby. Come on, Dottie. Come on.
This is the rest of the show.
She's coming. Come on. Dottie. Come on up. Come on up here. Yeah. Come here. Oh, yeah. There we go. There you go. Hey, Dottie. Everyone likes to see Dottie. Dottie debuted on the second episode ever of ZUNDAY. Yeah. As a kitten. I went back and watched it the other day just to see her as a kitten. See her like this big? It's the day after I found her. She's like 4 weeks old. I can't believe I have that like documented on video because we started ZUNDAY a week before that. You know? Amazing. So anyway, so then actually... here's another one from you and that. Yeah, I got a couple shots just to, use for social media and stuff like that. I think it's pretty cool. I'm a schoolboy at kind of a schoolhouse looking comic book store. So we were going to go out to like a bar or something, do costume contests type stuff. I wanted to do karaoke because I was Angus Young, and there wasn't anything close on Halloween. And by the time Erin was at like a private party as Harley Quinn, by the time she got back here, we decided we would go trick or treating. So we went down to, first thing we did was went down to my friend Gordon's house. Yeah. His son and him, Jake and him do like a shed and, a haunted shed and stuff like that. And Gordon was Freddy Krueger. So we went down there, we took some great pictures down there, and then we walked up to Madison where they have the Beetlejuice house. There's a Beetlejuice house? Yeah, the Beetlejuice house was amazing. Our friend Eric, who actually owns the groomer behind Jeans. There is a groomer behind Jeans if you're looking for a groomer for your... Oh, cat. Speaking of cat. Is it inside the wrestling school? It's behind it. Yeah. It's behind it, yeah. So, and he was Beetlejuice, and he's a real character. And they had Bob, the guy with the little head. Right? His name's Bob. I found out that night, I think his name's Bob. I mean, man, I don't think they ever use his name in the movie. Yeah, and so we had a really nice Halloween. And the entire time I was playing that guitar like a crazy person. So I was doing, actually, this is the song I came up with. I think I stole it from somewhere. Left, 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 right, left, right, left, 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 right, as we walked the entire time. But, the like, military march thing is that, except for you don't do the second right. Left, 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 right, left, left. Yeah. Oh, I can't do it that way. Left, forget it. Anyway, so after I walked Erin home... You definitely didn't make that up. After I walked Erin home, I was walking back home, and it was around midnight, and I was playing my guitar, walking home at midnight as Angus Young, and I was passing some people, because it was also Diwali. Okay. So there were people out for Halloween and Diwali, and these two people walked in. I think they thought I was like a madman. It was like midnight, and I'm walking alone in the dark playing my guitar. Nice. Badly, by the way, just as a schoolboy. Just playing is a relative term. Yes. So we had a great Halloween.
Nice.
We handed out mostly comic books here.
Good.
To whoever showed up. Of course, we close at 6 on Thursday. So, we got what action we could. Handed out the comics that we could. I had a candy option, but I was, trying to encourage the kids to buy comics. But, I've learned in the past to get some candy going also. All right. That was that. How would you like to do...
Well, also...
we have more?
We do...
Oh, yes. Damn. Yeah, so... Yeah. He came by on Halloween. Jeff, or can I give him away? Well, I mean, our customer Jeff.
Yeah.
Came by as Roddy.
Wait, are you worried that people might go, wait, that's not Roddy Piper?
Well, yeah, that's right. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Rowdy's not with us anymore. That's Jeff, longtime customer. He won the door prize at Funnyrama.
Nice.
And he came by in his Piper outfit, and we talked about bagpipes, since that's what Angus and Roddy Piper have in common. Is bagpipes.
Rowdy.
What is it? Rowdy.
Rowdy.
I've always had a difficult time with stuff like that. So because in the beginning of It's a Long Way to the Top, If You Want to Rock and Roll, is the famous
the bagpipes,
AC/DC bagpipes. And that is my go-to AC/DC karaoke song, by the way.
Is it?
Yeah. Yep. Because there's a lot of downtime in that song. A lot of time for riffing.
Yeah.
It's a lot of... It's not a lot of lines, but there's a lot of tip your bartender time, know? And the bartenders love me for that. So, anyway, let's go and do our Yoo-Hoo Toast. Would you like to do our Yoo-Hoo Toast?
Let's
okay.
do our Yoo-Hoo Toast.
What time is it? Oh, 20 after. That's when we had the Yoo-Hoo Toast last week. 20 after the new time, fallback.
Our other co-host.
The Thing. Something. So, it is fallback.
It is fallback.
Yeah. So this is actually an hour and 20 minutes after we had it last week. Today is the first day of fallback. There's the Z. Oops. There's the Z for ZUNDAY cooler.
Yes.
We always show that. And it is fallback, which felt good today. I'll tell you. Although I was up at 4:30 this morning.
Were you?
Yeah, because I got up at 5:30. I'm getting up early to work to.
You get up a lot earlier than I do.
Well, that's my new thing post Funnyrama, is I go home at night and I try not to do too much. Leading up to Funnyrama, I was working all night.
Rob Martin is
what? Come on, spit it out. Come on, man. People are watching. They don't want to see you stammering.
My brain just
Come
breaks.
on.
He's predicting our Yoo-Hoo Toast.
Oh, okay.
Whether he realizes that's what he's doing or not.
Oh, he's probably predicted it correctly.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He definitely predicted it correctly.
Yeah,
yes.
Absolutely. There's only one Yoo-Hoo Toast to have this week. So anyway, what was I just saying? Do you remember?
I couldn't even remember what I was saying while I was saying it.
Okay. So I was up Funnyrama. I was working all night.
Yeah.
So after Funnyrama, I immediately changed everything that I was doing, and now when I go home from work, I'm just last night I watched a movie.
Was it
It wasn't the Poseidon Adventure. I watched, and I never sit and watch a movie. I always work.
Right.
I have work to do. Action Figure Kingdom. It's not going to do itself, right? So my new thing is don't work too hard at night. Just get up early and do all the work. So I watched the new M. Night Shyamalan movie Trapped last night, and I liked it. I mean, some of it was a little preposterous, but Josh Hartnett, I guess, is the main guy.
Is he? I don't know.
I'm
not even familiar with this movie.
Where is he from?
Josh Hartnett?
Yeah.
Acting?
Yeah,
He's from acting.
I don't know where, but he was great.
He was in Sin City.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, that's right. That's right. He was the guy in the elevator at the end.
Yeah.
The end of the beginning. He's the hitman. But at the end and the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. He was great, and I enjoyed it. I'd never do that. It was just I'm just trying to change things up a little bit, because I almost killed myself doing Funnyrama basically, and I needed to change things around. I was just like driving myself nuts. Okay, so here we go. You have a picture for this Yoo-Hoo Toast, Sig?
Yes, I do.
Oh, yeah, let's shake it up.
I saw on the internet that it actually works better, I don't know if this is true, to tap the side of a can rather than the top of a can to settle it down.
Well, I have my very nice pants on today, so I'm going to stand up to open.
So I'm going to give that a try. If it's on the internet, it must be true. All right, you ready?
Oh, wow! Mine was barely anything. All right, let's get the picture up. This is to, of course, rest in peace, Greg Hildebrandt.
Greg Hildebrandt.
Who passed away this week.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so Greg, everyone knows. Well, he was 85. Not that everyone knows that, but everyone knows Greg. Anyone involved in comic books, especially,
Yes.
and I would think a lot of regular people would know him. He's very famous.
They certainly would know his work.
They would absolutely know his work. He was 85. He's been having health problems for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, when Amanda and Jimmy were here, they're very good friends with Greg. And
Yes, Jimmy. When Jimmy posted about this on Twitter, I was thinking about this.
that's where I saw it.
I was
Instagram.
wondering if he was going to post this. His wedding gift to him and Amanda was a painting that he did of them.
Listen, and he probably painted it like it probably was amazing, and and he probably painted it. He was quick.
If you go to Jimmy Palmiotti's Twitter, he posted a picture of it.
Right
on there. Take a look. It's amazing.
And he is, originally it was the brothers Hildebrandt.
Yes.
He painted with his brother Tim. Tim died in 2006 at 67. So Greg's been painting as a solo painter since. And
I always wondered how they you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, I mean,
how they split the duties.
They both painted the same painting. They just
would both paint. Do you think if one of them the painting would be up, and one of them would just be like, I feel like painting right now. I'm going to go work on this arm.
Probably because their method was kind of methodical in a way. I'll get to the part where I had Greg as an instructor at the Joe Kubert School. But I did want to go over kind of what he did a little bit. Actually, you know what? Why don't I transition into that? So I was very lucky the second year of my Joe Kubert School experience. I only went 2 years. I had Greg my second year. That was the first year that the Joe Kubert School was in the school. The first year I was in the mansion. Amanda was in my class. So we both had Greg Hildebrandt. And it was, so basically Greg Hildebrandt teaching us paintings. And, I'm not a big painter guy.
Right.
And I'm not saying I couldn't be, but maybe it's just not precise enough for me. But this is ironic that this is the one painting I have from his class that I did.
Yeah.
And it is... Can I put it here? It's Angus.
It is Angus.
Yeah, it's Angus. He is fighting a dragon.
Wow.
I should have brought the reference picture, which is me dressed as Angus, obviously. So, there's kind of like a meta Angus Greg Hildebrandt ZUNDAY thing going on. You know what I'm saying? That is basically as good as I get painting. And that's in Greg's style. So Greg would teach his style, which was basically based on complementary colors, and warm colors and cool colors working together.
Anybody who collected the Marvel Masterpieces is familiar with that.
Yeah, and so you would mix your, you would have two colors and kind of mix them together to get all your colors.
Yeah.
Almost, I forget exactly how, but some people came out of that class as masters of painting. I want to get back to drawing with a pencil.
Yeah.
But I remember we had a classmate named Lou Harrison who he was you remember Lou?
Of course I remember. Lou.
Yeah. I mean, he did a couple Thor covers. He was as good as you could get. You know what I mean? He was like Boris. He painted more like Boris. But where's my paper here? So other things, Greg's probably in the 70s, Greg did Lord of the Rings calendars. That was kind of the brothers Hildebrandt were known for their fantasy work. And then in 77, he famously did the Star Wars movie poster. How about that?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
I mean, that's one of the most famous images out there.
I guess so, yeah.
You know?
I want to say when I visited his place, because Amanda became very good friends with Mary Hildebrandt.
Mm-hmm.
And so we actually spent a lot of time with Greg at one point, going over to his studio. And it was always amazing. It's just paintings, great paintings everywhere. It's crazy. And then this is actually Star Wars movie poster B, they call it. There were 2 Star Wars movie posters, apparently, B and A, and I believe we have the image of A.
Yeah. Both of these images are incredibly famous.
Yes. Now, I don't have a great memory of this. Now, obviously, you weren't even alive. But
right.
What do you recall about these 2?
I mean, there was more than one movie poster.
Yeah, I don't remember. I think the one on the left is the one that I remember seeing the most. That was on, like, maybe treasury-sized comic books. What are we going to comment?
Rob Martin says, Marvel Masterpieces 1994, one of the best renditions of Rogue. We're going to talk about Marvel Masterpieces in a second for sure.
But not Rogue.
But not Rogue. That's right. Or Rouge.
Hey, here's the Rouge.
There's the Rouge.
We had a customer famously coming, asked for Rouge comics, and they meant Rogue. We figured it out.
I would wager, because, back then, movies got re-released a lot.
Yeah.
In theaters, because there was no such thing as home video. And I bet that one of these, maybe not the Hildebrandt one, or maybe, was from the original release, and another one was one they used during one of those re-releases. That's just a guess. I
think they were both at the time. You know what? I read about this. I think one was like European or something.
That's also possible.
Yeah. You know what? I can't believe I don't have that information here. My bad.
You know what? Hold on. I gotta take my glasses. Looking at, I bet you the Hildebrandt one is the earlier one. You know what? You know why I think that?
Because of the outfit.
Because
no droids.
Well, no, there are droids, but the C-3PO, I'd have to get a closer look, but I don't think it's the final C-3PO design. And Luke looked nothing like Mark Hamill, and Leia looks nothing like Carrie Fisher.
That was the earlier one.
I think
it was a treasury-sized Marvel comic too.
I think
that's where I know
this,
the image
that the Hildebrandt one is this is all speculation, by the way, people. It was probably the original one, and he probably started working on it before they filmed anything.
Yeah, probably.
Because everything's like, just based on, like, nothing looks like the people that they finally were.
Yes.
So that's my thought.
Here, go back to us for a second. The next one, are we going to be in the corner?
We will be.
Clash of the Titans?
Yeah. Do you want to go there?
Yeah. Well, let's go big first. I want to show everyone Dottie. She's finally being kind of mellow. Where's Dottie? She's kind of mellow right now. Right, baby? Right? She's teething still. Here, you want to go up by mini books? She was sleeping inside mini books before. Here. Oh. Let me put it this way. Go inside mini books. Yes. So she. Oh,
Cats,
up here.
Cats don't want to do anything if you want them to do it.
Yeah. So, Clash of the Titans. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, Clash of the Titans.
So this is a movie. God,
I love this movie.
This movie. This is Ray Harryhausen.
Ray Harryhausen.
And this is kind of like one of his more. I don't want to say more, but this is after his Sinbad movies. He did this Clash of the Titans.
This is actually. I mean, I'd have to look at that, but I think this is like one of his really later ones. I think it's after Sinbad.
Yeah.
I think it's after Jason and the Argonauts.
Yeah. Yeah, so this movie is just like, what an amazing movie this is, right? I want to watch this today.
Yeah.
Right? Do you have it on your movies anywhere?
I think I do, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And Greg did the movie poster.
Yeah, that's a great movie poster too. The Medusa in the background.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that Medusa in the back is so Hildebrandt.
Absolutely.
It's the red highlights
Yes.
with the blue
in the back.
with the blue shadows.
And is that a big star field in the back? Is that
And then there's a star field. Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing, that painting. Did they remake Clash of the Titans?
Unfortunately.
Oh, it's bad.
Yeah.
I saw a cartoon the other day, and it was.
And then they made a sequel to that.
Oh, they did.
Yeah,
Yeesh.
called like Wrath of the Titans.
Yeah.
Neither of them are worth watching.
Mm.
They don't even have Bobo,
The owl.
the mechanical owl.
I think they got my letter. That was the worst part of Clash
This is
of
the
the
best part
Titans.
of Clash of the Titans.
No, it didn't fit with anything. A robot.
Well, let me tell you
owl.
something. When I was seeing it for the first time at like 5 years old,
Yeah.
I was like, that owl rules.
Speaking
my favorite part of the
Speaking
movie.
of sequels, I saw a cartoon the other day, which was a dad and his kid, and they're watching Highlander, and the kid goes, "That was a great movie. Are there any more Highlanders?" And dad goes, "No." It's pretty good.
The TV show was very good. The sequel's not so
The
much.
Highlander.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The TV show.
Did you see the Planet of the Apes TV show?
Yeah, I don't remember. So I got the DVDs.
Oh, you did.
And I watched them when I got them, and but it was so long ago. I want to like
They were
dig them
good.
out and
They were fun.
Roddy McDowell playing his third completely different ape.
Yes.
Roddy
Yeah.
McDowell started as Cornelius.
Yeah.
Though, fun fact, he didn't play Cornelius in Beneath at the Planet of the Apes because of scheduling issues. He wasn't available to film.
Oh, okay.
And then he comes back as Cornelius.
Yes.
In Escape.
Mm-hmm.
And then in Conquest and Battle, he plays Caesar,
Yes.
the son of Cornelius and Zera.
Yes.
And then in the TV show, he plays a completely different ape.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, great stuff. Great stuff. Yeah, we could talk about Planet of the Apes another time because we're still on Greg here. He also did the cover to the Clash of the Titans was in 1981 when he also painted the cover to Black Sabbath, The Mob Rules, which was Dio's second album after Heaven and Hell.
Right.
And that album's great. Very hard, and that album, I remember getting that album, and it was Greg Hildebrandt, which is a real departure from Greg Hildebrandt artwork.
Yeah.
We don't have a picture of that one. And then Marvel Masterpieces, basically
Marvel
1994, 2 years after we opened. That was in the old store, and this is when trading cards were, pretty much the rage.
Yeah.
And this was the big set, Marvel Masterpieces.
94. Was 92. So the original Marvel Masterpieces was Joe Jusko.
Yeah.
And
Right.
I don't remember if that was 93 or 92.
That was before these.
And it was the first ones. And then they did a year where they had all different artists. Again, I don't remember.
Yeah, you're
I don't
right.
remember the order.
You're right.
And Lou did like
He
four
did, you're
or
right.
five cards.
You're right. Lou did paint some of those cards.
And then the one year, as mentioned earlier, 1994 was the all Greg and Tim Hildebrandt year.
Yeah. Why are some of these we're in the corner and some we're not? Because it's wide format.
I just decide.
Oh, okay.
It has to do with.
Yeah.
I wanted to show all the cards at once.
Yeah. Good. Yeah. I'm just curious. It's not a critique. I'm just curious. I thought it was a timing issue or something.
Nope.
Okay. Well, listen. Like I said, I had Greg as an instructor, and I was very fortunate to have him. We would see him at the Garden State Comic Fest when we would go there. He would have a setup all the time, and I did get to kind of see him over the years a couple times. Because
do we have anything else we want to say about the Marvel Masterpieces?
Well, I can tell you how they ruined the trading card industry. And so basically they used to have, when they did a set of cards, they would have like 5 holofoils you had to find.
Yeah.
Or 5 gold versions or whatever. And of course, smelling blood in the water, like every company does, they have to destroy anything that's good. And so at one point they came out with a set where there was a version of every single card that had a little gold stamp on it on the corner.
Yeah.
It was like the gold stamp set within the set of cards.
Right.
These packs were like $5 a piece at this point or something. You would get 1 gold stamped card in each pack. Mm-hmm. So anyone trying to collect those would spend, you could go back to us, would spend, so much money trying, and if you can't, for collectors, if you can't collect it all, sometimes you're out completely.
Right.
If you can't get everything, you're out. We had a couple customers. I had a customer that stopped reserving Star Wars comics when Marvel took over the license because there's no way that they could get every cover anymore.
Right.
They were getting every cover when Dark Horse or whoever had the license because it was reasonable. Once Marvel took it over, they had like a 1 in 500, and we can't get that.
Yeah.
So he's on his own for that.
I mean, just reading Star Wars has been harder.
Right,
since Marvel took over because they make so many series.
Yeah, so if you make things too difficult to collect, like they did with those cards, they destroyed the business. And there's basically, I've seen a slight comeback on the trading card business.
Well, they do. You know what they do now? They put cards in these sets now that there's just one of. You can't get the whole set anymore. Like they're called one of ones. They just
is it like a sketch card?
It's not it'll be like they'll make a card. They'll make 4 cards, for instance. Sometimes it's a signature. One thing they'll do, they'll make 4 cards out of the printing plate that they use to make the cards.
Yeah.
So you have the card, and then whatever foil variants or whatever they do with the variants of it, and then there'll be a card that is the black printing plate.
Okay.
And the magenta printing plate. Then
Oh, that's cool.
And
there's only one of them.
There's only one of them.
It's ridiculous. Let me get a little prop here. Excuse me. I guess you could put that. I don't think we have any more visual.
We do. We have just showing stuff. Here's this great Thor cover.
We have the Thor picture
that they did.
Excuse me. Yes. And I remember they had a Greg Hildebrandt painting of Thor at the Garden State Comic Fest, and
ready for something?
He was selling it for $25,000, and I thought at the time, boy, if I had,
see, there we are.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I thought at the time if I had $25,000, that Thor painting with every Thor character on it, Greg Hildebrandt original, I would absolutely get it. I do have, what I have over here actually.
But wouldn't you rather look at Captain America than look at us in this case?
Well, I think we should be on it just so it's not static. So there's some movement. I have these books. You could put us back up. Here, why don't you hold this one?
What if we did? Ooh.
Oh, yeah, but I have 2 books.
They're both there.
Oh, yeah, but I can't talk with my other hand. Here.
Oh, you want me to hold the book?
Yeah. See, now I can go like this.
Hey. Illustrated by Greg
sound effects in?
Story by Brad
Yeah,
Smith.
so these should be. Is that signed? That's signed by Greg, right in the front.
This one's signed.
This one is not. Oh yeah, this one is.
When
signed
is this
also.
from?
These were when I was going to the Kubert School. So let's say 85.
Oh, that's interesting. And this is just him. It's not.
Yeah, 84. So when we were going to the Kubert School, Greg was working on this series with this book publisher.
Remember, this is not the.
Oh yeah. And I'll tell you, that Dracula book, he brought in every single one of those paintings to class and put them like there. He paints on masonite, and he does gesso on the masonite, and then he sands it down in another coat of gesso and sands it down in another coat of gesso. He taught us this whole technique.
Sounds like a people.
What?
The Masonites.
Oh yeah, no, it's you know what masonite isn't it like a board? It's like thin, but it's firm. So anyway, he brought them in, and I remember he lined the Dracula paintings around the classroom on the chalkboard. Now it has the ledge for the chalk, and he just put them all up around the room. Amazing.
That is super cool.
They were all so good.
It's surprising. I thought back then that he and his brother did everything.
No, because his brother, they had some kind of a fallout, I think, at one point. They're like a band. Like Oasis.
And then they get the band back together?
Yeah, they're like Oasis, the band. So yeah, this is amazing stuff. And I guess I had him signed by Greg, which is really cool. Okay, so R.I.P. Greg, rest in peace, man. You were cool. He was like a hippie. He's a hippie generation, I think. That's kind of the impression I got. Kind of like probably counterculture back in his day,
Yoo-hoo.
That was Dottie. She got into something back there.
I think she was just jumping down.
Oh, yeah, she was probably up on something. Oh, my God, I'm having such a hard time with her right now on my counters.
Oh, yeah.
I wanted to cook soup last night because...
I got a suggestion for you.
Tinfoil? It didn't work.
That doesn't work. You could get this thing. I got it from Amazon. It's this little spray thing. It sprays like nothing. It sprays something.
Oh, yeah, someone has told me that. Yeah.
And it's got a little motion sensor.
Yeah.
And you just put it facing the counter that you don't want her to be on.
Yeah.
When she jumps up, it shoots her with this nothing spray.
Yeah.
She jumps down.
Yeah, I was wondering how I'm going to fix that because I can't cook anything because I don't want to put a burner on.
Yeah, after she gets scared and shoot off in that manner, she just stops. She'll stop.
Good, because I had no food last night. The only thing I had in the house, because I've been doing factory meals, but yesterday I was here for 8 hours straight. I couldn't eat. I screwed up. I had to get a pizza, and then it was too late. So when I went home, I was going to go out to dinner, but I was like home with her, and I was like, let me just make soup. But then she wouldn't stop jumping on the counter. Yeah. So I had to not make the good soup. I made the crappy microwave soup so that I wouldn't have to put.
This was the only thing that I could get Vespa to stop jumping on the counter,
good.
and it worked.
I'm going to do it.
So I'll send you the link.
Here you go. We are entering a new month. It is November. This is our first ZUNDAY of November, by the way. It's November 3rd.
Oh, these are catalogs.
Those are catalogs. I wanted to tell everyone that you can come by Funny Books and get these catalogs for free. We have the new DC Connect, which continues the all-in launch. And then we have the IDW, which is all the good turtle stuff. And, of course, the Marvel catalog. Brand new free catalogs. Start today. Come on in and get them. We do have a couple things to talk about before we go off. Let me see. Okay. Good.
Yeah. No, we're doing good on time.
We're good on time.
We may actually end on time, which we did last time, which was amazing.
Yes.
It was awesome.
We did. You want to move this again?
Oh, yeah.
So new comics every Wednesday, and this Wednesday is Absolute Superman. #1. And we're out of Absolute Batman. We're out of Absolute Batman #1 second printings. We're out of Absolute Wonder Woman. And guess what? We're going to be out of Absolute Superman at some point.
I believe, I don't know if I'm jumping ahead here.
Yeah.
But on Last Call, which you can still get in today.
Yes.
Is the second printing for Absolute Wonder Woman #1 and the third printing for Absolute Batman #1.
Right.
So if you missed either of these books, you can guarantee yourself a copy by getting your pre-order in on Comic Hub on Last Call.
And what we mean by that, if you're new to it, is go to funnyrama.com, hit the blue thing that says Customer Portal. That'll bring you to our pre-ordering system. Log in. You probably have credentials or can create them, something like that. Go to Coming Soon. Once you're in Coming Soon, scroll down to next Wednesday, and then you'll see what we're getting this week. Or you can also do Last Call, which is above that, which is about 3 weeks out. Those orders are guaranteed. Or you can just search whatever you want there and order what you want. If you like Creep Show, search Creep Show, and you'll find every Creep
if you
Show.
want to go straight there, you can go to customer.comichub.com/lastcall.
All right,
and
there
that
you
goes
go.
straight there.
I did not know that.
Yes.
A couple things coming up. First
you
of
might
all,
have to log in first, but otherwise it works.
First of all, Small Business Saturday. I don't think it's too early to promote this since I made the sign already. This is a big day for Funny Books. This is the day after Black Friday.
Mm-hmm.
We don't do Black Friday. We never have. We never have done Black Friday. Well, maybe way back in the day. But Small Business Saturday is designed for small businesses like ours. We will be having a sale that day, but it's also just important to come in. And if you need a gift for someone, start looking around now. Or if you yourself are looking around and see something you like, tell someone else that you want that as a gift. So there's 2 ways to do this.
Yeah.
And you could also just tell your friends about Funny Books. And we're getting new customers all the time. Yesterday we had a bunch of new customers.
Nice.
And also, today is Fallback. And I do have the Fallback sale graphic, which I made yesterday. And I put half off most back issues.
Most back issues.
Certain restrictions apply. Because I'm not too sure what we're doing yet for Fallback. We just came off of the 10th Power.
Yes.
Which was a pretty heavy back issue sale. Normally, Fallback is half price all back issues. Yeah, all year I've been feeling I want to do things differently.
Right.
We didn't do September bingo. We had a new sale, 10th Power. We did the Funny Books Olympics. I jumped in the ocean to start the year. I just feel like doing things differently for some reason. So I would like to do something different with this sale.
I say we start selling flowers and paintball.
That's way different.
And,
oh yeah,
and maybe some
like the
hookahs.
old building did. So let's just say, for today, what do you want to do? Half price, like Marvel, DC, Image, things in boxes.
Things in boxes,
but not counting Steve stuff. Okay.
Right.
No packs, no story packs.
Bagged and boarded back issues, right? Or
no, I would do loose.
Loose,
yeah, I would do loose too. But back issues. So they have to be. We'll firm this up. But if you come in today, we'll play it by ear. We'll give you some kind of a deal.
We figure out our sales live on the air.
Yeah. It's just got to be. There's a lot that we could do with this sale that's different.
Yeah.
Ziggy and I were talking about having, like, when there's concurrent issues on a shelf.
Yeah.
That we can offer the half price off of one of them.
Or,
right?
Or the earlier one.
The earlier one, yeah. Is there another page? Oh
I
my
don't know.
God, I have a whole nother page.
I don't even look at that.
I have a whole nother page. 10 minutes. Last week on Funny Books, I said closed caption. I meant picture in picture.
Oh, I don't remember that,
Yes.
but
I said we're in the closed caption again.
Ah.
It's picture in picture. I knew there was something wrong with that when I said it. I also said that Jade and I went to the Philip Legrand Gallery.
yeah.
That was off the top of my head. It's the Philip Laban Gallery. And I
Okay.
feel like we owe him an apology, Philip Laban, and that we should pronounce his name correctly. It was founded in 2020. It focuses on graphic design featuring high-level artists whose common point is to explore new territories and to decompartmentalize the borders separating various modes of expression: illustration, painting, comic strips, and animation. It's on 534 West 24th Street.
And this is where the Magnolia thing was.
It was, and now they have a new artist starting November 7th. That's Thursday. Emiliano Ponzi, an Italian illustrator. I looked at some of his paintings. He's a painter.
Yeah.
And his exhibition.
Does he have a painting of Angus Young fighting a dragon?
He does not. Who knows what they're going to have, but it's really cool. You can take the ferry to the High Line right to this gallery, and there's a bunch of galleries right around there. And they're open Tuesday through Saturday, 10 to 6. Also, we talked about archangels last week, and you're right, it is Archangel. I sent you that weird.
You did. You sent me a YouTube video of how to pronounce Archangel.
Was that the creepiest thing you ever heard?
And it went, Archangel.
It goes, Archangel.
Archangel.
It's the creepiest synthetic voice, and it's just like a red screen
that just says Archangel.
Yeah, it's, oh my God, that creeped me out. And I looked it up because we weren't sure what an archangel was.
It's a higher order of angel.
It is. It's a chief angel.
Yeah.
Oh, people at the door. Yeah. We're closed. We're open at noon. Archangels appear in Christian, Judaic, and Islamic texts. Mm-hmm. So they are in Judaism. An archangel is a chief angel, or the highest rank of angel in the. How do you say this word?
Hierarchy.
Hierarchy. You do say the H in hierarchy?
Yes.
Okay, of angels in some religions.
Hierarchy.
He's trying the door, and the sign says there's a cat inside. Is this guy crazy? See the hours?
12 to 5 today?
Yes.
Oh, it's not 12 yet?
No.
Oh, we'll wait.
Oh my gosh! There's a sign on the door that says, "Don't open the door. There's a cat inside." And that guy was reaching for the doorknob. Good thing I have it double locked. The concept of the 7 archangels is found in some works of early Jewish literature and Christianity. In those texts, they are referenced as the angels who serve God directly. So
And,
like he's God's angel.
Do they mention blue skin and razor sharp wings?
They do not. A friend of Jeremy Voorhees was in here yesterday, believe it or not.
Oh, yeah?
He came in for the Iron Man book because he went to Rutgers with Spencer Ackerman, who wrote Iron Man. He's a Pulitzer Prize-winning writer who wrote the new issue of Iron Man. So we've been having a couple people come in here to get Iron Man because they know Spencer Ackerman personally. And then this guy also said he knew a Jeremy. He used to work here.
Kaz told me he knew him.
I think was that who it was? I think it was Kaz. It was Kaz.
Yeah.
I was trying to remember who the other person was. So anyway, in passing, this guy goes, "Oh, I knew this.
Ah!
Oh, we're sideways.
Ah!
Oh." I'll keep talking. You can switch it to 1080.
Kieran wants to know if we sell ladders.
So it's funny. We showed a picture of Archangel last week. My friend Jeremy, who I coached in lacrosse, and yesterday a guy came in and mentioned him. He goes, "I also know Jeremy. He used to work here." And I showed him the Archangel picture. Anyway, the Bible only mentions archangels twice and does not provide any detailed information about the hierarchy of angels. How was that?
Good.
Good? I'm a quick learner. Gabriel was one of them.
Mm-hmm.
The archangel who told Mary she would have a divine pregnancy. That was what Gabriel did. Michael is another one. He's the chief or head of the angels. Michael. He leads the angels. He's the Seventh-day Adventists believe that Michael is another title for Jesus Christ. And, of course, Raphael, he wears a red bandana.
Yes.
And that's archangels. I did the research. And that's it.
And blue skin and razor wings.
Yeah. Is he still archangel?
He goes back and forth.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Was
So
he
for
in
a while,
Hickman's? Was
so
he?
for a while, I don't know if this is still how it works, but for a while, he was angel, right? Regular angel.
Mm-hmm.
But he would Hulk out. If he got too worked up, his skin would start to turn and the feathers would start to fall off, revealing the razor wings.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Because he had gotten fixed, but the archangelness, the thing that Apocalypse did to him to turn him into archangel, was still within him.
Okay.
So if he got too worked up,
I guess so.
he would
comics.
become archangel. Yeah.
It's comics.
So
You always gotta get down off of there. There you go. What? What's wrong with sitting up there? All right, guys. Well, hey, thank you for turning your Sunday into ZUNDAY.
yeah, it's ZUNDAY.
You're supposed to say Gabingi.
Oh, let's do it again. I got distracted by Dottie.
I'm so glad Gabingi's back, by the way.
Yeah, Gabingi's
because Gabingi was something Ziggy said like when he was 13. I don't know what the hell.
It didn't mean anything.
It didn't mean anything. But you, like I said, you manifested Bazinga somehow. Because Gabingi and Bazinga, they stole that from you. Anyway, when I do my Instagram posts about ZUNDAY, I always end on Gabingi.
Yeah.
And I'm just so glad to have Gabingi as part of something because it never had anything to do specifically with anything. But now it's part of ZUNDAY.
Now it's part of ZUNDAY.
Which
All
is
right.
great.
So what was it you said before?